Alrighty, you guys. So I have been wanting to do these videos for a long time now. I think it'll be a lot of fun. I want to do it based more on an individual character basis, not so much how well they perform with their team, although I will mention it because I think it should at least be mentioned. But the focus will be on the individual character, how good they are, and their stats and all that, but more so how versatile they are in the game. Simply put, how many places can you use them without having to have them without the accompaniment of their team or even a partner, like, a partner relationship like Cloak and Dagger. So also this will be determined on an average basis, meaning where most players probably have them geared up to. I think it'll be a lot of fun, and so we have a good one tonight, the unbeatable Squirrel Girl, as you guys can tell. So let's go. Alrighty, you guys. So first off, I just want to say thank you guys so much for helping me get over 100 subscribers. You guys are the best. I love you all so much. Thank you, man. I cannot do this without you. So first, right off the bat, I want to start with, who is Squirrel Girl? Who is this amazing hero that we have right here? A lot of people don't know who she is, and so I think it'd be cool to start the video off with just a little, to get a little educated on her background. And so I got this from Marvel Fandom. I will leave a link in the description below for you guys if you're interested in checking it out. I'm not going to read all of it. I'm just going to read just the beginning part right here, just so we can get an idea of who she is. So Miss Doreen Green, she was born to a Dorian and Maureen Green. She suffered a modification in her genes, known for unknown reasons, that granted her squirrel-like abilities, which manifested predominantly in the form of a prehensile tail. When her parents consulted with a doctor, it was determined that Doreen wasn't a mutant, even though she believed so for a long time. So they thought because she had a modification in her genes that she was actually a mutant, but she really was not. It was just something different in her genes, I guess. So when she was 10 years old, Doreen discovered she could communicate with squirrels. After overhearing one of these rodents in her window, she subsequently saved the squirrel from being chased by a dog, and they became friends. The squirrel, who identified himself as Monkey Joe. Interesting. So this is who is sitting on Squirrel Girl's shoulder, is Monkey Joe. Interesting. Okay. So hello, Monkey Joe. How are you doing there, buddy? So the squirrel, who identified himself as Monkey Joe, encouraged Doreen to use her abilities to help people. Ever since then, Doreen began to fantasize about becoming a superhero and came up with the name, the unbeatable Squirrel Girl. Very, very cool. All right, so Squirrel Girl is cool, man. I actually like her. She's a very interesting character. She has defeated enemies such as Thanos, and she has also defeated Galactus. And I read that she defeated Galactus by driving him crazy with her squirrel army. So yeah, maybe check it out, read it for yourself. Okay, so Miss Doreen Green, the first thing I want to say, the reason that I brought this first character was because she has held her value so well over the course of the game. I feel like even when she came out, she was still a great character. The rework that was given her just made her an even better character, but for so long she has been a versatile standalone character that has been a great choice for a lot of different occasions. Now granted, she is even better now. Her heal capability wasn't as good before she got her rework, but she was still a good character regardless. So I want to check out her kit, but we are going to minus her Young Avenger tags. This is an individual spotlight, so just Squirrel Girl. We're just going to be looking at her as a standalone character here. So I have it all pulled up already here. We're going to come over to her abilities, and we're going to start right here with the basics. So kick butts. You attack the primary target for 300% damage. Very, very nice. Assist and counter info. Attack primary target for 241 damage, 17% piercing, and apply offense down. So every time she assists or she counters, this is what happens. So she's attacking the primary for 300% damage. Very nice. Attack the enemy with the most speed bar for 210% damage. Okay. And apply offense down. So that kind of reminds me of Yo-Yo, how Yo-Yo applies the offense down to every character before they get a chance to attack. So that's actually can be pretty useful. It also ignores taunt and stealth, which can be very useful because stealth is actually a problem with a lot of characters. So her second ability, Eat Nuts, which is her healing ability, heal all Young Avenger allies. So we are not looking at that. That are under 50% health. Okay, so this is what we want right here. Heal all allies for an additional 15% of this character's max health. Clear all negative effects from all allies and call the ally with the highest damage to attack the primary target. This right here has been coming in a lot of handy for me in DD5. On ward defense, if health started above 90%, gain 1 ability energy and clear negative effects before healing. So that's pretty cool. She does this no matter what on war defense, whether she's with Young Avengers or not. So Squirrel Army, attack all enemies for 280% damage, apply heal block. Heal block's a great debuff and offense down. Awesome. Fill speed bar by 10% for each Young Avenger ally. So we're not worried about that. This attack cannot miss and cannot be counterattacked. So yeah, the heal block is good in her ultimate. I feel like the ultimate is only, really good when she's with Young Avengers, because you get that fill speed bar by 10%. So I feel like her standout ability is going to be her healing ability, because it is only 3 ability energy. So you're going to be able to use it quite often. And regardless of who's on your team, she's going to clear all those negative effects and heal those allies for 15% of her max health. So that's probably her best ability. When this character, okay, so we're not worried about, so when this character or Young Avenger ally, so we're only looking at when this character, so when this character drops below 75% health, apply 2 deflect. Okay, when this character drops below 50% health, apply defense up and fill this character's speed bar by 30%. And then when she drops below 25, she applies 2 death proof. And then she also gains 25% drain. Interesting. So we're starting to see this new drain mechanic in the game that's been around now for a little bit. We first saw it with the Ravagers, and then it was added to OG Spider-Man Special, and now it's becoming more and more of a thing. So gain 25% max health. So that's great. That's not a bad kit. I feel like her ultimate, not so much. It's more so right here based on her special, and also her basic is not. She has a pretty decent basic for that offense down. Okay, so now I as I said, I do want to mention, as you can see, it is, she does speed up her Young Avenger allies by 10%, so it is something you don't want to sleep on. She is really good with the Young Avengers. So I do want to at least mention that. I don't want to, just push it to the side. But now stats and gear. We are going to move to stats and gear. I want to base her at a general red star and yellow star count that most players probably have her at. Or within 1 yellow star or red star. So what I'm going to say is I'm going to put her where I have her. I'm going to put her at 5 red, 6 yellow. I think 5 red, 7 yellow, 4 red, 6 yellow. That's a good little median. I think you'll probably get mostly the same results, maybe a little different, but it'll be right in that median range. So I'm pretty confident, most people are going to have her in that range. So I'm going to put her at 5 red, 6 yellow, where I have her. I also have her at ISO blue level 3. Now I know some people may have skirmisher set for Squirrel Girl, but I have healer set on her. So if you have skirmisher, you can put skirmisher on yours. And then next, I have gear tier 16 on my Squirrel Girl, but I also realize that not a lot of people are going to have gear tier 16 on their Squirrel Girl. Most people are going to have gear tier 15 on their Squirrel Girl because most people are only using them on war defense. Most people are probably not gearing her up past 15. But I would say she is the one character that I would start with in the team. I would say she's probably one of the most important characters on Young Avengers, if not the most important. It's kind of a combination thing, but I would say her more so. Her base health is 480,000. Yeah, that's pretty good. As a base health, that's pretty good. And then so she has 100% accuracy, which is pretty good. So oh yeah, let me move that up. There you go. So it's accuracy and block amount. If you guys can't see it behind my head right there. So she has 100% accuracy, which is great. That means she's going to be landing attacks constantly. She has a 25% block amount, but she has a 0% block chance. So basically, what that means is if she does block for any reason, she's gonna block 25% of the damage. She has a 0% dodge chance. She's not gonna be dodging. Now, this is what I like the most about her. I think she's got a decent speed number. I think her her speed is actually decent. 120 is actually a decent number. It's not like incredibly fast, but it's actually a decent number. Her crit chance, she has a 10% crit chance. Not super great, but it's okay. 130% crit damage. Again, that's pretty good. I've actually done some pretty big damage with her basic, believe it or not. You might see it in the video that I'm going to show you guys with me using her in DD5. So she's got 13,000 resistance, 15,000 focus, almost 10,000 armor, and 38,000 damage. And then so as you can see here, she gets 120k added to her health when you calculate. Let me see. Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. 121k here added to her health, so it puts her at 609, and the rest of the stats say pretty much the same. If you decide to move her up to 16 like I did, this is what you're going to be looking at. This is exactly the power level that I have mine at here. As you can see, 171, 284, 171, 284. And so I got 136k or 100, almost 137 health boost. So 684, not too shabby. It's a decent little health pool that she has. The speed stayed the same. Everything else stayed pretty much the same. So not too big of a deal there. So now next, game modes. Now, how many game modes is she good in? Again, as I've been saying, I have been using her as a part of my DD5 City team, and she has been performing pretty well. I'm actually very happy with how she's been doing in this battle. Here, I have a video that I have pulled up for you guys from today's earlier stream. Let's see, it's gonna be right here. Okay, so this is the video that I grabbed from today's stream. I'll just kind of play it in the background while I comment a little bit. So I'm actually very happy with how she's been doing in this battle here. She really holds her own. She not only is she taking hits and she's able to take the hits, but she's also able to heal your characters and clear negative debuffs. And I think that's really helpful here because none of these other characters are able to clear negative debuffs, and she's able to do it to your whole team. And I also think that her healing ability works even better now. I pretty much T4'd everything on her, and honestly, I think she's doing great. Now, is she the best choice? Was she the best choice? Probably not. I think maybe OG Spider-Man is better. I probably would have went with OG Spider-Man. I've been trying to finish him. It's just been the teal unique bottleneck that for me, farming the Oz formulas. I still need 11 more of them, so it's been kind of slow going. For me, it was just kind of a time thing. I wanted to really get started on DD5. I felt like I was falling behind. So, and the way everything worked out, I decided to bring her in. But I definitely think that she's not a bad choice. If that's what you have the gear to do, she even outperforms some of the other members of this team. Like, in particular, my Scarlet Spider, I do think it's a little because he's a little bit lower powered than the rest of the team. But man, she even did better than Cloak in some cases. She didn't really outperform Scarlet or Shang-Chi. Scarlet, Ghost Spider. Ghost Spider, she really is, she's a really important character in City. She dodges a lot. She's got high damage. She's got her ability block plus her negative debuff spread. So, but yeah, I would definitely say Squirrel Girl came in third, 3 out of 5. She did pretty good. She landed right in the middle. So, in war, people, she's constantly being thrown on defense with Young Avengers. So, she's good in that game mode as well. I would say more so on defense. They can be used on offense. I see people using Young Avengers on offense. I won't say they can't be used on offense. It's just not very common to see them on offense. The problem with Raid, bringing her in Raid, is the bio nodes are made for Web Warriors in Doom 2, pretty much. But she could definitely come in handy if you're new to the Doom raids. You haven't really filled out your web warriors yet. She's not a bad choice to help you out, to fill that empty spot in, or however you're doing it in your bio run. So in Cosmic Crucible, again, being put on defense in room 4 or 5 with Young Avengers. As a standalone character, I really wouldn't recommend separating her from Young Avengers in Crucible. I really feel like she performs better with her team in Crucible. So I really feel like Squirrel Girl is she really shines as a defensive character. That's kind of what I feel like her kit is built for, is defense. And then finally in Arena, maybe to a certain point in raids, or I'm sorry, in Arena, yeah, if you're early on, maybe she might help you out. But I don't really see her holding too much value there in raids. But regardless, Squirrel Girl has been a character. She has stood the test of time, and that's why I have decided to add her to be my first spotlight character. I could not be happier with my personal investment in her, and more so than more so than the other Young Avenger members. I know that the other ones are important, like Kate. I know Kate's important. But I'm really happy with my investment in Squirrel Girl. So that's about it, you guys. I really hope you liked the video and the series that I'm starting up. Again, if you guys have any suggestions on individual characters that are versatile in multiple game modes, that are good standalone characters that can be used away from their team, please, I would love to hear your suggestions. I'm excited, really excited to continue this series. I've been meaning to do these videos, so don't forget to like and sub, you guys. I cannot do it without you. And don't forget, stay lethal, everybody.